Welcome. You are listening to the Louie Minor Show. I'm your host, Commissioner Louie Minor. Today is September 4th, 2023. Happy Labor Day. We have a lot to get to, so let's get started. So let's begin with the agenda for September 5th, 2023. Now you're going to have to bear with me because this is a very lengthy agenda. We're going to be approving the FY24 budget and annual renewals of certain contracts. So let's begin. Number one, we have invocation. 2, Pledge of Allegiance. 3, we have the consent agenda. A is consider the approval of the minutes of the August 28th meeting of the Commissioners Court. B, budget personnel amendments. C, which is claims, accounts payable, payroll, restitution, jury pay. Then we have D, consider rescinding the approval of item 3D from the August 21st, 2023 Commissioners Court agenda of the purchase of a regular cab 4x4 through the Purchasing Cooperative TIPS under contract number 230404 with Don Wrangler Chevrolet for the Road and Bridge Department, and consider authorizing the purchase of a Ford F-150 regular cab 4x4 through the Purchasing Cooperative TIPS under contract number 210907 with Silsby Ford and the Road and Bridge Department for a cost of $46,955.15. Consent item E, consider authorizing the disposal of county property as either salvage or surplus property as defined by Local Government Code 263.151 and 263.152. County property will be sold by Bill Hall Auctioneers, Inc. at 10 a.m. on Saturday, September 9th at the Wildfire Arena Complex, IH-35 and FM 2268, Salado, Texas. 4, consider and take appropriate action on the appointment of Bell County Museum trustees for first 3-year term, Melissa Bonham, Dr. David Crispman, Kathy Denton, Helen Pickle Norman, and trustees for second 3-year terms, Lynn Fleming and Margaret Wilson. Item 5, County Engineer, consider and approve the preliminary plat of the High Point Estates being 7.846 acres, 11 lot, 1 block subdivision located in Bell County, Precinct 3. Item 6, consider and take appropriate action on ordering restriction, outdoor burn ban. Item 7, consider approval of replacement election judges. Item 8, consider approval of proposed locations, designs, and elevation site plans for Village of Salado Municipal Building Project. Item 9, conduct a public hearing on proposed FY 2023-2024 Bell County budget and the Bell County Road and Bridge District. Item 10, conduct a public hearing on the proposed FY 2023-2024 tax rates for Bell County budget and the Bell County Road District budget. Item 11, consider a salary grievance filed by Justice of the Peace, Precinct 1, Ted Duffield, requesting a salary increase to $95,110 and to consider the Salary Grievance Committee recommendation. Item 12, consider approval and adoption of the FY 2023-2024 Bell County budget. Item 13, consider approval and adoption of the FY 2023-2024 Bell County tax rate and the FY 2023-2024 Bell County Road District tax rate. Item 14, consider approval pursuant to Section 111.039C of the local government code of the ratification of the property tax increase reflected in the budget. Item 15, consider authorization renewal of current Texas County District Retirement Systems plan of benefits with no changes other than the contribution rate of 13.82%. Item 16, consider approval of the FY 2023-2024 capital projects list. Item 17, consider approval pursuant to Section 119.131 of the local government code of sheriff and constable fees effective January 1, 2024. Item 18, consider approval of the Bell County holidays for calendar year 2024. 19, consider approval of FY 2023-2024 Commissioners Court regular meeting dates. Item 20, consider a resolution authorizing a county grant in the amount of $13,534.50 to Hill Country Community Action Association to be used between February 1, 2024 and January 31st, 2025 in order to supplement and extend existing for HCCA to be eligible to receive Texas Department of Agriculture home delivered meal grant programs funds to be provided home delivered meals to homebound persons in Bell County who are elderly and or have a disability. Item 21, consider the approval of renewal of statewide automated victims notification service maintenance grant contract between the Office of the Attorney General and Bell County for the state fiscal year 2024, September 1, 2023 through August 31st, 2024, to include Exhibit R13 maintenance renewal for automated victim notification services by APRIS. Item 22, consider an amendment to the Bell County Handbook establishing a merit or probationary pay policy number 310, to be effective October 1, 2023. Item 23, consider authorizing the county judge to enter into a interlocal agreement with Burnett County regarding the housing of Bell County inmates at a rate of $75 per day. Item 24, consider authorizing the county judge to enter into an interlocal agreement with Lubbock County Public Defender's Office to provide defense services to indigent defendants in Bell County at a not to exceed amount of $154,000 and with a 1-year automatic renewal. Item 25, consider authorizing the county judge to enter into an agreement with the following agencies. A, Aware Central Texas in the amount of $52,000 to provide case management, educational classes, and family services to victims of child abuse and their families. B, Bell County Child Welfare Board in the amount of $25,000 to provide clothing, car seats, beds, vital records, and other needs of the county's children removed by CPS from their homes. Item C, Bell County Public Health District in the amount of $167,732 to provide environmental, health, and food protection services. B, Bell County Public Health District in the amount of $25,000 to fund supplemental for county fire marshal. E. Syntex Alcoholic Rehab Center in the amount of 10% of the alcoholic beverage tax collected to provide inpatient treatment to Bell County residents with substance abuse disorder. F. Syncor Rehab Center for the amount of 10% of the alcoholic beverage tax collected to provide inpatient treatment to Bell County residents with substance abuse disorder. G. Central County Services in the amount of $265,000 to provide case management, counseling, medication management, skill training, crisis intervention, and various other Bell County adults and children with mental health issues. Item H. Central Texas Children's Center in the amount of $30,000 to provide full-time child care programs to Bell County children with disabilities and to provide parenting classes and events to their parents and siblings. Item I, Central Texas Youth Services in the amount of $14,500 to provide shelter, crisis intervention counseling, education, life skills training to Bell County homeless youths. Item J, Children's Advocacy Center in the amount of $20,000 to provide coordinated case care, forensic interviews, family advocacy, therapy services, medical services, and community education to Bell County abused and neglected children. Christian Farms Treehouse in the amount of $25,000 to provide a portion of the required 5% community match funding for the Texas Department of State Health Services grant. Item L. Court-appointed special advocates, CASA, in the amount of $15,000 to provide court-appointed special advocates to Bell County children who have been removed by CPS from their homes. M. Hill Country Community Action in the amount of $270,000 to operate the Bell County Temple and Belton Help Centers and provide emergency services to income-eligible Bell County residents. N. Hill Country Community Action and the amount of $67,670 to provide meals to elderly homebound Bell County residents, removed for future years already covered in previous agenda items. O. Hill Country Transit in the amount of $125,000 to provide mass transit to Bell County residents. P. Historical Commission in the amount of $18,600 to provide preservation services and promotion of Bell County's history. Q. Jail Ministry in the amount of $35,000 to provide programs in prevention, intervention for those incarcerated in Bell County law enforcement centers and in Bell County juvenile detention centers. R. Morgan's Point Resort Dive Team in the amount of $5,000 to provide recovery services to area lakes and rivers. S. Greater Killeen Community Clinic and Temple Community Clinic in the amount of $510,000 each to provide medical services to Bell County residents with limited or no access to health care and to those residents that they're clients of Bell County Indigent Health Program. Item T. Bell County Trapper in the amount of $38,400 to provide trapping services in Bell County. Texas Game Warden in the amount of $8,000 to provide equipment to be used to preserve and protect Bell County's natural resources. V. Texas Department of Public Safety in the amount of $153,400 to provide support staff, operating costs, and equipment to be used to protect Bell County citizens. 26. Consider authorizing the county judge, to enter into the following contracts for FY 2024. Award RFP number 1-24 Landscaping Services to Heart of Texas Landscaping for the Facilities Services Department in an estimated amount of $216,423. Award RFP 0224 Pharmacy Benefits Management Services to Integrated Prescription Management for the Indigent Health Department in an estimated amount of $45,000. Award IFB 0324 Herbicide at Nutrient Ag Solutions for the primary and Herbitage Landscape Supply Group, Inc. as a secondary vendor for the Road and Bridge Department at an estimated $107,000. Award IFB 0523 Asphalt, Oil, and Emulsions for the Road and Bridge Department in an estimated amount of $2,218,000. Shown below. Award IFB 0624 Aggregate Surface Aggregate Type D, Grade 4 and 5 for the Road and Bridge Department in an estimated amount of $641,000 as shown below. Award IFB 0724 Corrugated Metal Pipe, Culvert Pipe to Texas Corrugators Austin Division for the Road and Bridge Department in an estimated amount of $457,500. Award RFP 10-24 Cast in Place Concrete to Magic Concrete Design as the primary and Wolf Construction as the secondary for the Road and Bridge Department in the amount estimated of $607,000. Award contract with Smith Supply through the Purchasing Cooperative TIPS under contract number 200106 for janitorial services of 10 buildings and the estimated amount of $329,064 for the Facility Services Department. Item I, award contract with Dankin applied through the Purchasing Cooperative Buy Board under contract number 638-21 for chillers maintenance in the estimated amount of $70,320 for the Facility Services Department. J, award contract to the Brandt Companies through the Purchasing Cooperative Buy Board under contract number 657-21 for boiler maintenance in the estimated amount of $63,500 for the Facility Services Department. K, contract renewal with TK Elevators through the Purchasing Cooperative Omni Partners under contract number R150801 for elevator maintenance for the estimated amount of $84,359.04 for the Facility Services Department. L, contract renewal with PNC Bank, formerly known as Compass Bank, under the same terms and conditions of RFP 1-19 Bank Depository Services for Bell County Public Trust and Court Registry Funds for the Treasury Department. M, contract renewal with Refreshing Texas, formerly M&M Vending, under the same terms and conditions of RFP 03-21 for snack and vending machine services at no cost to the county. N, contract renewal with Bill Hall Auctioneers under the same terms and conditions from RFP 14-20 Live Auctioneer Services. O, contract renewal with the Texas Association of Counties Risk Management Pool under the same conditions and terms of RFP 0121 for property and casualty insurance and an estimated amount of $1,250,000. P, contract renewal with American Fidelity under the same terms and conditions of RFP 0722, voluntary supplemental benefits. Q, contract renewal with Waste Management of Central Texas under the same conditions and terms from IFB 08-22 Solid Waste Department for commercial solid waste disposal services for the Facility Services Department, an amount estimated of $130,500. R, contract renewal with Helene Crushed Stone, Green Dream International LLC, and Acosta Aggregate under the same terms and conditions of IFB-0223 Flexible Base for the Road and Bridge Department, and an estimated amount of $631,000. S, contract renewal with Texas Materials under the same conditions and terms from IFB 03-23 dense graded hot mix asphalt for the Road and Bridge Department in an estimated amount of $1,761,000. T, contract renewal with Turnkey Health Clinics under the same conditions and terms for RFP 06-23, inmate and juvenile medical services for the Bell County Sheriff's Department and the Bell County Juvenile Services Department in an estimated amount of $5,818,900. U, contract renewal with Heartland Aggregates under the same terms and conditions of IFB 0723, crush granite base for Road and Bridge Department, an estimated amount of $188,000. Contract renewal. V, contract renewal with Twisted Nail Broker LLC under the same terms and conditions from IFB 0823, hauling service for the Road and Bridge Department in the estimated amount of $478,000. W, contract renewal with DIJ Construction, Inc. as the primary and Total Highway Maintenance, LLC as the secondary, under the same conditions of IFB 14-23, pavement marking and raised pavement markers for the Bell County Road and Bridge Department, and an estimated amount of $125,000. X, contract renewal with JC Communication under the same terms and conditions of RFP 15-23, fiber installation and maintenance for technology, and an estimated amount of $192,000. Y, contract renewal with Vulcan Construction Materials, LLC, under the same terms and conditions from IFB 16-23, cold mix limestone rock asphalt from the Road and Bridge Department in an estimated amount of $410,000. Z, contract renewal with La Joyce North America, Inc., formerly known as Austin White Limestone Company, under the same terms and conditions from IFB 20-23, quick lime for the Road and Bridge Department in an estimated amount of $73,000. AA, contract renewal with Vulcan Construction Materials, LLC, under the same terms and conditions from IFB 23-23, surface aggregate type E rebid for the Road and Bridge Department in an estimated amount of $396,000. BB, contract renewal with Microsoft Enterprise Agreement using DIR TSO 4061 for an estimated amount of $410,000 for the county's license for office, logins, servers, databases. CC, contract renewal with Workday ERP software using DIR TSO 4252 for an estimated amount of $450,000 for the countywide financial software suite. DD contract renewal with Tyler Technologies court and supervision software using Sourcewell contract 110515-TTI for an estimated amount of $306,000 for the county's courts, clerks, pretrial, JPs, prosecutors, and supervision departments. EE contract renewal with Courthouse Technologies using DIR TSO dash 4037 and an estimated amount of $111,000 for the district clerk's jury management software. Item FF, contract renewal with Gartner Executive Programs using DIR TSO 4099-63572 for an estimated amount of $75,000 for the Technology Services Consulting Program. GG, contract renewal with New World Jail Systems using Sourcewell contract 110515-TTI for an estimated amount of $90,000 for the county's jail management software. HH, contract renewal of Spectrum Enterprise using DIR-TEX-AN-NG-CTSA-008 for an estimated amount of $86,000 for the primary and secondary internet connection. II, contract renewal with Axon Enterprise using buy board number 568-18 for an estimated amount of $280,000 for law enforcement body worn and fleet camera system. JJ, contract renewal with Veeam backup software from SQL Data Systems using TIPS contract 210101 for an estimated amount of $70,000 for the county's backup software solution. KK, contract number renewal for construction material testing services, professional services with Langerman Foster Engineering Company for an estimated amount of $10,000. LL, single sole source contract with Cartograph Systems, Inc. for data software utilized by the Road and Bridge Department and an estimated amount of $64,241.62. Single sole source contract renewal with Hexagon Safety and Infrastructure Intergraph for annual maintenance of public safety software, including CAD, Web RMS, iMobile, and Nibbers for the Communication Center, and an estimated amount of $355,650. NN, single sole source contract renewal with L3H Harris Communication Corporation for the maintenance of the Bell County radio systems backbone and an estimated amount of $355,353. OO, single source contract with Harris Corporation for FX software maintenance for the Communication Center P-25 radio system to provide communications to all public safety agencies within Bell County and an estimated amount of $119,514. PP contract renewal with Cisco SmartNet software maintenance with CDW-G using DIR-TSO-40 4067 for the Communications Center at an estimated cost of $62,140. QQ. Contract renewal with Fortinet Software Maintenance with CDW-G using DIR-TSO-4075 for the Communication Center's firewall for an estimated cost of $97,665. RR Contract Amendment Number 1 with GovOS, formerly Colif Technologies, Inc., to extend the contract until September 30th, 2025 for for records management and imaging systems and cloud search for the County Clerk's Office. SS, utilizing the purchasing cooperative contracts for the following products, services for various county departments. Let's see. HVAC equipment supplies installation for HVAC equipment in the amount of $487,700. Trade services, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, an estimated amount of $306,000. Building maintenance, repairs, operations, supplies, equipments, and an estimated amount of $1,576,500. Tires, tubes, supplies, equipments, an estimated amount of $320,000. Public safety supplies and equipment, an estimated amount of $285,000. Public safety equipment, in an estimated amount of $680,000. Fire and security systems, in an estimated amount of $97,500. Corrections, fire and security systems, in an estimated amount of $97,500. Correctional and detention facility equipment and supplies, an estimated amount of $610,000. Office supplies and equipment, an estimated amount of $570,000. Office furniture, an estimated amount of $70,000. Custodial services, supplies, equipment, an estimated amount of $645,700. Uniforms and accessories, an estimated amount of $397,000. Food, dairy products, an estimated amount of $3,960,000. Food services, supplies, and equipment, in an estimated amount of $25,000. Wireless cellular service, an estimated amount of $525,000. Information technology services, and the estimated amount of $1,669,300. Water treatment chemicals and related items, and an estimated amount of $32,500. Online marketplace, Amazon Business, an estimated amount of $600,000. And the final item, TT, utilizing a purchasing cooperative for technology equipment, products, services, and software for the disposal of technology items with global assets for the IT departments, with an anticipated revenue of $3,500. That is everything for the agenda on Tuesday, tomorrow. So what a mouthful. Whew. Thank you for listening for all that. So now that you know what is on the agenda, out of lack of transparency, because I've brought this up many, many times to the court, to the judge, you just heard millions of dollars that the county is about to spend on your tax dollars, your hard-earned money that the county is entrusted to spend to make all of the community a great place to live for us, to raise our families, to live, work, play. But on all these contracts, everything other than what's on the agenda, you have no earthly idea what the county is getting itself into. And I mean, I can speak for myself that I think there were one or two things on here that I've read that I was unfamiliar with. I had no earthly idea where that came from. Some of the stuff seemed maybe they're just bundling it all because this is all in line items from different elected officials, different departments. But yeah, no, there were one or two things in here that you know, even after sitting in hours and hours of budget meetings with the auditor, with all the departments, I'm unsure of some of these things. But the biggest thing is you, the public. Uh, I'm sure you would love to see some of these contracts that we're getting into. And what I was always told is, well, if someone wants it, they can do an open records request, and would love to give it to them. But you should not have to do an open records request. This is taxpayer dollars being spent, and I think it should be easily, readily accessible for anyone that wants to see what the business of the county, what we're up to, what we're doing, that you should be able to go online, download it, look over the contracts, ask questions before a meeting, before we vote on it, because that's your right as a taxpayer. We don't allow that process. Yeah, you can ask for an open records request, but it'd be too late by the time we get everything to you. It'd be over and done with. The commissioners would have voted on it. You don't know what's on the agenda till Friday before 9. You do an open records request. Will it get to you in time before Monday at 9? Maybe. Fingers crossed. I would like to think so, but I mean that's cutting it close. But yeah, no, that this has been a big issue for me. Other counties are able to get information out to their constituents, to their residents, to their taxpayers, to allow people to see what the county is doing, to read the contracts, to see where our money is being spent easily. But that's not the case here in Bell County. So I hope with this massive spending that we're doing, that you have some questions and you bring it to the commissioners and question them, and the auditor. This is the judge's budget. He put it together, with the help of the auditor, and this is what we went through as the commissioners. What the amounts are, previous amounts. Listen to people, but not everyone is a county commissioner. Not everyone is going to be able to sit through hours of meetings. Not everyone's going to be able to get any type of contract as easily as a commissioner can without doing a open meetings or a open records request. So, yeah, like I said, I'll keep pushing for transparency. I'll keep pushing, making these contracts available. Anything that's on the agenda that we're voting on, you should be able to download it and look it over. There's no reason why we can't do that. Other counties do it. They meet as often as we do. Other cities do it. They meet as often or less often as we do. So we, the county, need to act more responsible to our citizens and allow them to look over everything before we vote on it. So anyway, that's enough of that rant for the budget. I say we're voting on a lot of things. I anticipate it being a long meeting, so please come out, make your voice be heard on what you want the county's priorities to be. It's still not too late. It's still not too late to get out and tell us what you want, and we can go from there. So let's just get you caught up on, I guess, things that have been going on, things that I've been up to. Wednesday of last week, I went to the Texas Legislative Conference. It was a 3-day conference in Austin. And I really, really enjoy going to these conferences, talking with other commissioners. I have made a good friend from Brazos County, Commissioner Wanda Watkins. She was newly elected when I was elected. And so we became friends, and we go to all the meetings together. So she's my conference buddy. But yeah, no, like I said, meeting the other commissioners from across the state. It's just I love the networking. I'm asking all of them, what are they doing for economic development, and I have some trips that I'm planning to go visit these other counties to see what they're doing for economic development in their counties. And yeah, Bell County is not as aggressive or supportive of economic development as they should. The only thing that we're doing is, some type of tax abatements or things like that. But we definitely could do more. We could definitely do more. Really, really work with our EDCs, our chambers of commerce, and really, really do a lot more than what we are. But I'm not saying that we're not doing anything, but we definitely could do a whole lot more across the county. And there's a lot of opportunities out there. There's a lot of businesses moving to Texas, and I think we're strategically placed, in between Temple, or I'm sorry, Austin, Dallas, and San Antonio. That because our land is relatively lower than the Austin area or the Dallas or San Antonio areas, that puts us at a competitive advantage. But we're competing with Williamson County, Hayes County, those counties like that are close to the metropolitan areas. So yeah, I plan on going over there. But yeah, back to the legislative conference. It was billed as an update for us, all the new laws that are coming to effect, how it's going to affect the county. There are a lot of those. I think some of the big takeaways of laws that are affecting the county is if an inmate is staying in jail, they're paper ready, and the state hasn't came and picked them up yet, that after 45 days of them staying with us, we can start billing the state and recouping some money, because as of right now, they're just taking their time. So that's a good thing, that we're actually going to be getting some money. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be first come, first serve. And I don't know how much the state allocated for that, but I'm sure it's not a bottomless bucket. So we definitely need to stay on top of that and make sure that we get reimbursed by the county, or I'm sorry, by the state, and get what we need to offset those costs. But yeah, there's a lot of things that we learned about that the counties are going to be doing. One that was really talked about a lot was the quote unquote Death Star bill, HB 2127. That one was actually ruled unconstitutional by a Travis County judge. And so they're going to have to, I know the Attorney General is going to appeal that. And speaking about the Attorney General, Ken Paxton, the removed, suspended Attorney General, his trial starts tomorrow. And, the political world is, at least here in Texas, is all ears. This is the first time in over a century that this has happened. A statewide elected official getting impeached and having a removal hearing, an impeachment hearing. They said it's supposed to last a couple of weeks, but who knows how long it will actually last. I know they, from all the reporting that I'm hearing, that is each side has 24 hours to present their case, up to 24 hours. So I guess, 3 days each, 4 days each, however they want to break it up. And I don't know if there's going to be deliberations, just a lot of unknowns and how things are going to work. I know that the Senate said that they're not going to accept any bribes, contributions anymore. After Dan Patrick, it was said that a pro-Paxton group donated $3 million to Dan Patrick before the summer. So, and the House said the same thing. They're not taking any contributions, but there's definitely a lot of politics at play here. And it'll be in its full view, good, the bad, and the ugly. We hear retaliation. We hear affairs, burner phones. I mean, just a lot of things that the Attorney General was up to that is definitely beneath the office, I think, especially as the top prosecutor in the state, trying people for, you name it, felony level cases, blue collar crimes. And he's one of the ones up there doing it. So yeah, it's not a good look, but they keep voting for him. That's the other crazy thing. But look who they're supporting for president. 191 indictments now, and official mugshot. So yeah, I think there's a lot of issues, at least on the Republican Party. Locally, we had someone else announce that they're running for county commissioner, precinct 3. They plan to file on the Republican ticket. A guy named Paul Romer. I really don't know anything about him other than what the press release, the newspaper said, that he is former journalist. I think he works with the city of Belton as the communications guy for the city of Belton. And he used to be on the Lorena City Council. So he has some experience there. So that already makes 2 people that are running for, that have announced that they're running for that open seat in Precinct 3. Represents Temple, Rogers, Troy. So I'm sure there will be more on the Republican side. And I'm sure there will be some on the Democratic side. I don't know. But like I said, I've been in talk with a few people. And I really hope they make a decision soon, and let people know that this is going to be a challenged race on the Democratic side. There's definitely opportunity there, and the people need choices to vote. But so that's what's been going on here in the county last couple of weeks. And anyway, stay tuned. Listen to the your whatever city you're in, school district, everyone's starting to approve budgets. So get involved. Like I said, there's still time, and watch the impeachment trial. It'll be streaming live, I'm sure, online. And I will see you, talk to you next week.